Okay. I was like, there is no way that I cannot not hear you. I was like, we're going to bring on, subject matter experts. We're going to talk to, real estate agents, CPAs, mortgage advisors, estate attorneys, to really get a clearer picture as to, what are the best practices to invest in real estate so you can start to build wealth, create passive income, and achieve financial freedom. That's the purpose of our show. And I want to take you along on that journey with us and learn everything there is to know about investing in real estate to live your best life and achieve financial freedom.
Morgan and Seth podcast, episode number 1. And back to what you said, that's great. That's perfect. I mean, it's the truth too. It's like where we are in our careers, and there's stuff that we can bring of value down the pipeline, and we're looking for mentors and leaders and advisors up the pipeline, and that's really what it's all about. I think that we're humble and willing, eager to learn, and also we do have some knowledge to share. So let's do that. I always say it's the protect your assets, build wealth, and achieve financial freedom. That we focus on the protect your assets part. That's our core business.
Yeah.
But we're to the point in our careers where we're trying to build our own wealth and achieve our own financial freedom. We've been insuring people that way for a long time, but if you're not walking the walk, why are you listening to those advisors?
Exactly. It's like, we're insurance agents. We help you financially protect your lifestyle, but to help you be financially protected, build wealth, and live your best life. And we want to take you along on our journey to learn everything there is to know about investing in real estate and setting up the proper plan so you can build wealth and achieve financial freedom. And we want to talk to the subject matter experts or the top professionals in their industries to learn the best strategies and the best plans to help you do exactly that. So I want to take you along on our journey to learn everything there is to know about being financially protected, and that's where we come in as your insurance agent, and also to create passive income and achieve financial freedom.
It's real estate for investment purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So, some of the podcasts I listen to talk about house hacking or BRRRR real estate investing. And so they have these methodologies that are written up, and we should talk about those too, and about the risk portion, the risk protection of your capital when you're doing these ventures, mm-hmm. and the proper structure of those ventures. For example, is it better to be in an LLC, a partnership with no paperwork kind of thing, or some paperwork but still a partnership, or set it up as even an S corp or trust, or what is the proper format, and what different things have different expenses associated with them, so, and different protections associated with them from a legal perspective that honestly, technically, we're not qualified to say what those are. We happen to know what those are. We'll talk more about the risk side from renovation and rehab while it's under a course of construction, to getting a tenant in it, or to putting it back up for sale as vacant. All of those kinds of issues, and the insurance aspect in those situations. Because not everybody wants to take that risk, along with you as people are doing their journey in this real estate flipping or real estate investment or real estate development adventure. Have you explored any of those before, Seth? Like house hacking or BRRRR? Do you know what BRRRR stands for?
No, I don't.
Okay, so
that's why I want to have these conversations, because I want to learn as much as I can about the real estate investing and also creating passive income to just create a better investment strategy for myself, my family, and even our business. And we work a lot with real estate investors and real estate agents and a lot of different industries that surround the real estate transaction. So it's kind of our core business. And now I want to venture out on a journey to start learning how I can start to build wealth and achieve financial freedom to create passive income through real estate investing.
Like, how do you start out with very little capital and nothing in your pocket. And what they always what the most people advise is like buy a duplex or buy a triplex, because you can run out one side and live in the other, and you already are getting that exposure of having rental income. Also, when you're in escrow on that, they will if one side of it is rented, or even if you're moving into it and buying it, they'll apply part of what the rental income is for one side of the duplex to your expected income. When they're determining your loan to debt and all of that kind of ratio, and if you can afford the house or not. I will tell you, most people that can afford to pay rent in a nice area here in San Diego can afford to buy something. And the tax advantages of, that's another part, is the tax advantages that you have to look at of owning, because investment real estate are huge because of the depreciation you get. You get to technically hold on to the money, but depreciate the income, depreciate the value over 9 years, and hold on to the cash without having to pay tax on it, because you're writing it off as part of a loss. So that's the advantage. That's another advantage.
Yeah, I mean, do you know how much money that I've been just, paying to build other people's wealth over the last 10 years? Because I've been renting for, the last decade, and I could tell you it's probably in the category or the ballpark of, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars in just rents. And I'm not getting any type of tax incentive or tax breaks for renting. But what I am doing is helping other people build wealth through passive income.
Exactly.
So that's kind of one of the other reasons that sparked these conversations, because I want to stop renting and figure out the best strategy to position myself and our business to generate passive income and achieve that financial freedom that I see a lot of our clients doing every day. Because we do work with a lot of clients that own apartment buildings or a number of, let's say, single family residences or duplexes that they have rented to others. And the amount of passive income that they're generating does put them in a position to where they are financially free, and their passive income is exceeding their, let's say, their W-2 income.
Yeah. So that, passive income is sort of a misnomer from what I've seen. Like this. So just expressing some of my own thoughts about passive income is that it's just a classification of income within the tax code that has better tax treatment than W-2 type of income. It doesn't mean, in some cases, when it's a 401k investment vehicle or money out of your 401k, or you're using it as strictly an investment, you have to have a third party manager. But in a lot of cases, just because it's quote unquote passive income doesn't mean that you're not in there fixing the sinks and taking care of the property and doing all and managing it and doing the repairs and doing all the finance aspects that are associated with it. It just means that income is treated in a preferred classification within our tax code.
So what you're saying is basically it's taxed differently than your W-2.
Correct. Yeah, it's taxed differently. Like so your W-2 income, 100% of it is taxed, right? Like any business that you think of has operating expenses. So real estate is no different than any other business in that way. If it's not your primary residence, then it's just an expense. But if you're renting it out to somebody else, even if it's just in your name and you're owning it, you're basically running a small business where you're receiving rent. That type of income is gross income, right? It's they call it it's the total income that you receive. After you get that, you probably still have a mortgage on it. So let's say you receive $1,000, just round numbers, and then you have a $800 mortgage on it and $50 in other monthly expenses. So that leaves $150 left as profit. But that profit is taxed, but that $1,000 of passive income is not taxed the same way. And I might be a little bit off base there. We'll clarify it some more, because business income, you pay taxes on a business on your profits, not on not on your gross income. And passive real estate investing is sort of like that. You pay and you get a depreciation on your property too. So over the course of a year, let's say you made $150 a month. That's what, $1,800 for the year. That would be income, and that's true. But then you get a deduction against that income because you get to write off, you get to depreciate a percentage of the house over a period of time. That's the amortization power that you have. So that means that you get to deduct even part of that because you get to amortize the expense. The other interesting fact is equity. So these are all huge concepts that, people, they don't teach any of this in school. Even to CPAs, they teach it only as they teach it, but they don't teach it like as like a, what am I trying to say? They don't teach it as like a rule book to follow. They just teach it as like, oh, this is how they got you here and this is how they got you there. But it's really a rule book to follow. Like, just if you do these steps and follow these things, over 9 years, you get to depreciate the total purchase price of that house. And over those same 9 years, in most markets, over that period of time, it's likely that you've had an appreciation in that asset value. Then when you go to sell it, there's this other thing called a 1031 exchange, right? Which is huge. And from the 1031 exchange, what happens is you get to sell that property and buy another like kind property of equal or greater value. So you get to trade up and not realize that income on the property, or not realize the appreciation on that asset. So you get to take all that equity and put it into another property that's been, and start the depreciation process all over again. So, the government's famous for kicking the can on tax liabilities forward and forward, but they let you do the same thing if you handle all your taxes and all of your business investments the right way. So that's the power of rental real estate. You're getting monthly cash flow of income coming in, which the banks love to see. You have mortgages and loans, which the banks also love to see. Your asset is appreciating over time. So you bought it for $500,000, and in 9 years, maybe it's worth $600,000 or $700,000, and which is invisible but free money to you, in terms of equity. Plus, you paid down the mortgage over that period of time. Plus, you've been able to depreciate, a tenth of the property over those 9 years. So, it's playing the game. It's just not being a victim of the taxation code and playing the game to make some money. I mean, yeah, you can make money in business too, this is a business. That's how you have to think of it. It's just another business. And we have so many clients that this is exactly what they're doing. We insure thousands of properties, and whether you're living in it as your primary rental and getting the mortgage deduction and on the interest, which has almost gone away because interest rates are so low, and experiencing the appreciation, which is also nice, and having a place to live, that's not even the complete circle. If you have somebody else paying you rent that pays the mortgage, and you have possibly positive cash flow and are also playing that same game, you get the leverage of having multiple things happening. So, yeah, that's basically it. And go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we focus so heavily on the protection side of that conversation for our clients and our customers. And like you said, I mean, so many of our clients are in this business and look at it like a business. And I think that's kind of one of the things that has prompted us to start to explore these type of conversations. And like you said, if you can't talk the walk and walk the walk, you need to start talking the talk and walking the walk. So we've focused so much on making sure those assets are protected for our clients, but I think that these type of conversations and opening them up to learn more about what are the best strategies to put together and what's the right plan of action when you do want to look at this like a business, setting up passive income so you can achieve financial freedom. And I think it does all start with understanding and learning about all the different strategies and talking to, like we said, like subject matter experts that are kind of surrounding the real estate industry. Like, I don't know everything there is to know about the tax laws and the tax codes, but that's why we want to bring in CPAs. And I think we also want to maybe talk to some estate attorneys and figure out what the best strategies are when we're setting up different corporate veils of protection, or does it make sense to do an LLC, or does it make sense to put it into an S corp, and really finding out what other people do and how they really think and approach real estate investing. But I think it all starts with, learning about these different concepts, bringing in people that we know, because like, not only do a lot of our clients approach this like a business, and like we work with a number of these different, investors, but we also have a lot of people in our center of influence, like state attorneys and CPAs and mortgage advisors that work with our clients and also our referral partners to do this exactly for them, help them generate passive income so they can build wealth and just live their best life through real estate investing.
Not all tax preparers and not even all CPAs specialize or focus in this area, right? And the same is true with insurance agents. I mean, at the end of the day, you and I are insurance agents or insurance brokers, whatever you want to say. We've had a level of success with that. But it's a working man's career. It's not, you don't get crazy, filthy rich hawking insurance for the most part. I mean, you can make some money, but it's complicated and it's risk management and it trains your brain in a certain way. We happen to specialize and work with mortgage lenders and real estate investors and real estate agents that are in this. This is our specialty and this is their specialty. So, you should work with people that are following the same playbook and executing the same strategies that you are, because talking to this or that CPA that maybe is focused in a different area of practice, or this or that lawyer that's focused in a different area, or this or that real estate agent, right, that's focused in a different area. The ones that are focused on real estate as a business and as an investment opportunity and as a lifestyle even are the ones that we want to work with, and that who we are too. So house hacking, we talked about. So all of these things, this is the point of our show, that this is the first episode, but this is the point of our show, right? To talk about these things and to invite guests on that are subject matter experts and share that with our clients and our audience and learn ourselves. We're coming at this from a humble perspective. It's not just learning, we want to apply it too. We don't want to be brains on a stick, just having all the ideas. We're going to actually look at properties and analyze them for cash flow, return on investment, or, rehab and all that kind of stuff, and see what makes sense for us as we're going along and doing this. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, basically, I mean, right now we're just trying to build our tribe, and we fill a certain specific niche, and we've actually found a specific part of the industry that we really insert ourselves in. And we've done a very good job of identifying where we actually can sequence into real estate investing and working with real estate agents and mortgage advisors. And like you said, not every insurance agent focuses on this type of business. But we definitely identified very early on that we wanted to align ourselves with people that are focused on building wealth and generating it through real estate investing, and just working with all of those different industries that kind of surround the real estate transaction. And I think over the last, 8-9 years, we have 100% focused on building a tribe of real estate agents, mortgage advisors, CPAs, estate attorneys, bankers, anybody that's focused on working with their individual clients or themselves to build wealth through real estate investing. So we've done a very good job of building a business around that idea and around the industry. And we've been very successful at, helping those different referral partners grow their businesses, because we focused on the very, very important foundation that all of them need, which is how to be financially protected, because you can't start to build wealth and think about generating passive income if you don't even understand how to protect what you already have in your portfolio right now, or as you put a plan together to achieve financial freedom. So I think we've now are going to set out on the journey and, like you said, learn everything there is to know about what are the best ways to start getting involved in investing in real estate, start looking at different properties, evaluating cash flows, and talking to agents, talking to CPAs, and not only just talking to them, but talking to the right ones, the ones that are really, really focused on generating passive income and building wealth through investing in real estate. And because those are the people that have found their niche in their industry. And this is what we focus on. This is what they focus on. And we want to start building that network to provide this information to not only our clients, but everybody else that's surrounding this type of industry, so they can learn the best strategies and learn about the stories that we can tell them about investing in real estate. We do live and specialize in the real estate industry on the West Coast. So we've got a lot of clients and a lot of referral partners that we work with in those areas, and especially those key areas. So we're going to go out and reach out to them and find people to talk to tell their stories and give us some of their expertise and recommendations on what are the best practices on how to get involved in these things, because we understand the financial protection side, and we can exactly pinpoint a specific plan that all of them need in order to be properly protected, so their lifestyle can be protected, their assets can be protected, and when disasters strike, they can keep themselves out of harm's way and also keep their assets in their pockets.
Good stuff. So one and done.
One and done. This is the start. Right. So we're really excited to start this journey. And like Morgan said, I'm Seth Aruda with Alta Vista.
And I'm Morgan Heggie. And you're listening to the Morgan and Seth podcast. Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.